So with all this done, I'm going to turn my attention to something that you're going to need to do, assuming that you followed the instructions and downloaded all of the media that's associated with this particular set of tutorials. I'm going to have you import the project file that accompanied that media. So it's a DRP file. It's a file that ends in .drp. And what you're going to do is you're going to right-click anywhere in the background of the project manager and choose Import. When you do that, you get an Import Project File dialog. And I want you to find the location where you put that downloaded media and project. I put it all right here in DaVinci Resolve Lesson Media. And choose the DaVinci Resolve12 editing.drp file and click Open. You may be asked to choose a unique project name. I already have projects with that name in here already. So I'm going to call this Relink Exercise. It should appear upper left. And of course, by default, it's disconnected. It's not linked to any of the media that it's supposed to be linked to because you've completely changed all the file paths of the source media and the file. So what we're going to do now that we've imported this is we're going to relink the media. So double-click the Relink Exercise project to open it. I don't care about test project, so I'm not going to save it. And if I click to examine the different bins in the bin list here of the media pool, and I'll explain what all of this is in greater detail in just a little bit. But basically, the media pool is the repository of all media and all clips that are used by this project. And you can see by clicking each one of these bins that the contents are all unlinked. So what we're going to do is select the top bin and then shift-click the bottom bin, the starting timelines bin. That's going to select every single bin in the entire list. And if you have to scroll down to select the starting timelines bin, it should be the bottommost bin. Do so, because you want to make sure that you select every single bin in here, because that simultaneously exposes the contents of every single bin that you've selected. So what you can do now is click the first clip, shift-click the last clip, and now right-click one of the selected clips, because you've just selected all the clips, and I want you to choose Relink Selected Clips. This pops a misnamed file destination dialog. And what we're going to do is, again, find the location where you put all of the media that you downloaded according to the instructions. You should have downloaded all of the media and put it inside of one directory. In my case, this is the DaVinci Resolve Lesson Media directory. And all you need to do, even though there are multiple directories with all of the clips organized within, you just need to select the topmost directory. Don't select the topmost directory, which is the volume itself, because you may end up spending a lot of time while the file system sifts through every single subdirectory on the entire volume. You don't want to do that. So find the directory that contains just everything that you downloaded and click OK. And just like that, everything should relink, and you should now have a media pool that shows you thumbnails for every single thing. With this done, either go up to File and choose Save Project, or press Command S. And with that done, you now have the project file that we are going to be using for the vast majority of the lessons in this tutorial. As I mentioned before, you can always reopen the project manager whenever you want. This is where you can rename your projects. You also have the option of opening projects in read-only mode if you just want to open something up to show a client, but you don't want to accidentally save any changes you make. You have the ability of archiving projects, which is a new feature in DaVinci Resolve 12. Archiving a project will actually create a duplicate of every single piece of media associated with a project or used by your project. Will be moved into a self-contained archive bundle, which you can then either copy to a hard drive or put on the shelf for nearline archival. You can write it to LTO for long-term archival, or you can put it on a portable hard drive and take it to another facility, take it into another room, move it wherever you need to, confident that you'll have the project and all of its media. So that's everything I'm going to get into with the project manager. And at this point, I'm going to actually restart everything and open up a properly named, properly set up DaVinci Resolve 12 editing project so that we can continue with the lessons.